He woke slowly, tangled in sheets that still carried his warmth. For a moment everything felt unfamiliar until you turned your head and saw him. He wasn't beside you. Instead, faint sounds drifted from the kitchen. The clatter of utensils, low hum surprisingly gentle, completely at odds with the man everything else feared. You pushed yourself up, wincing slightly, memories of last night rushing back in a warm, dazzling wave. The way he had looked at you, the way he had touched you, not like something he won, but like something he refused to break. You wrapped the shit around yourself and paddled quickly towards the kitchen, and there he was. Your husband, your dangerous, untouchable, whispered about husband, standing at the stove, sleeves rolled up, hair slightly messy, completely focused on pancakes. You leaned against the doorway watching. Didn't know the great king of the underworld made breakfast. You said, why still soft with sleep? He didn't start it. Of course he didn't. He just glanced over his shoulder, eyes finding you instantly and then lingering, slowly, deliberately. A smirk tugged at his lip. Didn't know my wife liked spying on me, nothing but a sheet. You tighten your grip on it, suddenly aware of yourself. Maybe I like what I see. He turned fully now, spatula still in hand, gaze dragging from your face down to your bare shoulder. Careful, he said, why slower now? You keep looking at me like that. Going to burn. Then stop distracting me, you shot back. He laughed under his breath, quite rare ears. You're the one who came out like this. After last night, I thought you would be too tired to move. You tilted your head teasing and give you the satisfaction. Oh, I already have that, he murmured, reaching out to tuck a loose strand of hair behind your ear. His fingers lingered, brushing your cheeks softer than you expected. For a second, the teasing faded. It was just him and you. You okay? He asked quietly, not teasing, not smug, genuine. You nodded, a small smile forming. More than okay. Something in his expression shifted, something protective, almost relieved, like that answer mattered more than anything else. Then, just as quickly, a smirk returned. Good, he said, because I made way too much breakfast and I am not eating it alone. You glanced past him at yourself. This is way too much? There's more, he said simply. Of course there was. You stepped closer, picking around him. You're trying to impress me or feed an army? Impress you, he said without hesitation. The army already knows I'm good. You laughed softly. You're unbelievable. And it, he leaned in, voice brushing against your ears. You married me. A shiver ran down your spine. Maybe I like dangerous things, you whispered. His hands slipped to your waist, pulling you just a little closer. Good, he murmured, because I don't plan on doing anything else. For a moment, neither of you moved. Then the faint sizzle from the pan stopped came back. Damn, he murmured. You grinned, slipping onto the chair. So the mighty man has a weakness. He plated the slightly overdone pancake anyway and set it in front of you like it was still perfect. Only one, he said. You picked a fork, cutting into it, and what's that? He leaned down close enough that you could feel his breath against your lips. You, and suddenly the burnt pancake didn't matter at all. You raised a brow, trying to stay composed as you took a bite. It's a little burnt, you said, shaving slowly, watching him. His eyes narrowed just slightly. It's perfectly fine. It's criminal, you corrected, setting the fork down with exaggerated seriousness. Honestly, I'm concerned. Should I be worried about your other skills too? For a split second there was silence. Then he huffed a quiet laugh, low, dangerous, amused. You weren't saying that last night. He rushed straight to your face, but you refused to back down. Last night I was being generous. He froze, actually froze. Then he turned his head slowly towards you, eyes darkening the way that made your stomach flip. Generous? He repeated. He leaned back into your chair, crossing your legs like you weren't suddenly very aware of how little that sheet covered. He set the spatula down carefully, too carefully. That was your first warning. People out there are terrified to even look. me in the eye, you salad. Keep your chin up. Good thing I'm not people. No, he agreed, stopping right in front of you. You are not. Before you could react, his hand there on the arms of the chair, facing you in, and that he continued, leaning down until your face is 3 inches apart. Is exactly why you think you can say things like that and get away with it. Your breath hit you, but you smiled anyway. Maybe I just know you won't do anything about it. That did it. In one smooth motion, he pulled you up from the chair. The sheet slipped dangerously as you collided lightly with his chest. You're playing a very risky game, he murmured, and you married me anyway, you shrugged back. Though your voice had softened, his grip on your waist tightened, not rough, just firm enough to remind you how easily he could take control if he wanted. And now I'm stuck proving you wrong, apparently. Your hand found his shoulder instinctively. Oh, and how exactly are you planning to do that? His gaze dropped to your lips, then back to your eyes. Finish the breakfast, he said suddenly, pulling you back just enough to make you blink in surprise. What? He smiled, clearly pleased with himself. He heard me. You're backing down, you challenged. Not at all, he said, turning away like nothing had happened. I just prefer not to rush things. You stared at him stunned. You're unbelievable. And you're still not eating, he replied, slightly another much better looking pancake onto your plate. You narrowed your eyes, picked up the fork again, finally muttered, but this doesn't mean you win. He glanced at you over his shoulder, that same maddening smirk written. Oh, I already did. You took another bite, pretending not to notice the way your heart was still racing. But before you could say anything else, his phone burst on the counter. The atmosphere shifted instantly. The softness in him didn't disappear, but it sharpened, hardened. He glanced at the screen, jaw tightening, almost imperceptibly. You noticed, of course you did, but you asked quietly. He didn't answer right away. Then he picked up the picked up the phone, silenced it, and then set it back, face down this time. It can wait. You watched him carefully. You sure? He turned to you again, expression calmer now, but his eyes were still windows. I just got you, he said simply. I'm not leaving the room for anything else than an emergency. Your chest tightened at that, keeping aside, he meant it. Still, you tilted your head, a small smile forming. So I outrank your empire. Now he walked back, stopping right in front of you. For today, he said, reaching out, tilting your chin gently. You outrank everything. Your breath caught, carefully whispered. You keep saying things like that, and I might start believing you're soft about. Then, very quickly, only for you. And this time, when he kissed you, there was no teasing in it at all. The kiss lingered slower this time, deeper, like he wasn't trying to prove anything anymore. Just feel it. Your fingers curled slightly against his shirt, holding him there for a second longer before you drew back, breathe uneven. You're going to run your own breakfast, you murmured. Though your voice lacked any real complaint, he didn't move fast. His forehead rested lightly against your ears, eyes half lidded. I can make more, he said. A quiet exhale of amusement left him, his thumb brushing absent-mindedly against your waist, where the sheet had loosened again. You're enjoying this way too much. Maybe, you giggled.